Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. So, we've upped the difficulty to Torment 9 and I'd say it's going to be a pretty solid run at this level. We've got the damage reduction now from the 4-piece set bonus of the Arachyr's stuff, so I'm feeling a little bit happier with where we are. That being said, we're going to start straight off with a Greater Rift. We were running 38 just before I found the last bit, and that was dangerous. So we're going to try that, and we're going to see how it feels in comparison. And I'm sure it'll be totally fine. And totally not really weird. So the thing that I'm not sure whether it's really going to work is how I keep this this whole damage reduction up for the Toad of Hugeness. I think the cooldown is going to be fine for me to manage. I just need to pay attention to it. And therein is going to lie the problem. Am I going to pay enough attention? Or am I going to get myself in difficulty? I'm hoping I'm going to pay enough attention. Everything else, though, we should be generally fine. Oh, my cat is just waking up. But already, I mean, I'm noticing that the damage reduction that I've got from this is quite significant in terms of the range damage that I would potentially be taking from mobs. It could just be that we're getting lucky and nothing's really attacking us much, but I am seeing shots coming in. Shots fired. Right, let's get damage reduction. Also, being able to hex mobs is a huge boon for us. Not in the middle of that, please. Something I need to get better at is not using up all my get out of trouble moves. It's fine. That's just about getting in the rhythm and practice. So Hex is great because everything ends up taking another 15% more damage. It's already taking a lot of it. We can still nuke stuff with Haunt if we want. We've still got the 2-piece set bonus from the Jade Harvester set. But generally speaking, I want to be getting in and close with most of the things that we're going up against. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more Locust Swarms coming into these fights. So this is actually just a little bit less difficult than the current difficulty that we're on. I figured it'd be a good transition. If this is fine, then we can run a regular T9 Rift and not worry about it. And this is definitely fine. We are slower. No way of getting around that, but that could also be the particular setup of this Rift. We heal up damn quickly as well. Ooh, there's a conduit right at the top. Let's go up and get that. I love the teleport on that potion. It is quite handy. At times when you might consider things to be a little bit too dangerous, can certainly get you out of a jam. Now we're not at the point where I'm not going to want the Nemesis braces, but we do want to replace them at some point. The rest of the Arachyr set would be nice first though. It's all about prioritizing what you're trying to get, where the biggest benefit is going to come from, and what the build relies on. That's why we needed the Staff of the Co-op Diablo, because without it, the Firebats build isn't really a proper Firebats build. And that worked. Our Templar got knocked out. But there's not really much we can do about that. Poor guy. We want him to survive, but he's just not really strong enough for those big-ass fights. All of the murder in a very short space of time. Okay, who's next? Ooh, nice big group. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, such a brilliant setup like this. Get a little bit of locust swarming going, then just mince through a group. Ooh, hello. Okay, let's try and be sensible about this. By charging right into the middle of them all and just, you know, completely obliterating them while Cormac sits down on the job. I think that's going to be his new job until we can get him so that he's invulnerable. Sitting down on the job is the best we can really hope for. Just keep my eyes peeled for that wolf that's supposed to come out if he ever manages to block anything. Right, we need to go down there. This is not the way to find the Rift Guardian. I like that the Hex is not only on damage reduction, but it's also an additional source of damage. I like stuff that doubles up like that. It's a very nice extra utility. And a source of healing. So it's kind of a triple utility, really. Improves our armor. Well, improves our survivability, I should say, not really armor. That sort of worked, kind of unexpectedly, but, you know, I'll take it. Alright, let's, Face tank with the damage reduction. And that worked well enough. It worked well enough. And we got a bunch of stuff. That looks pointy. We are sort of reaching the limit on our gems, though. But thankfully, we're going to be putting the difficulty up to GR40, so we'll get another couple of levels out of these before we really start struggling. Right, let me just do that. Okay, we're going to hand this in. Get these ID'd. So Furnace, that can go. Strong Arm, they can go. Bit Pants. That's not bad. It's a pretty good hack. It's not an ancient hack, so some people won't care about it, but I care. Okay, helmets. It's a Helltooth helmet. It's, well, it's not what we wanted, but it's pretty cool. That looks fun. Right, so Helltooth over here. We've got a couple of bits of that now. The rest are right. So that's new. That's new. I don't think we've got a hack, actually. Have we got a hack? We do not. Strong arm, I'm pretty certain I've seen one. But I could be mistaken. Okay, strong arm's new as well. So it's just the furnace that we can salvage up. And one more point into life. Okay, regular rift time. And this is effectively going to be our first time popping at T9. Now, it's been mostly about the survivability up until this point, so this should be fine.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
Oh my word, we can get more than one Toad of Hugeness out. I wonder if we can get more than one damage reduction. Probably not. Oh, actually, one of those will be from the from our Mimic dude. Of course it will. Well, we're going to have to be very careful about that. Because our helmet produces Mimics, the Grin Harvest. Very cool. But that could potentially be dangerous if we think we've got damage reduction that we don't have. I'd say this is going okay. We got our Locust Swarm in there. And yeah. Oh, I hear a goblin. Really hard to tell what's going on at any one point. But everything's dying, which is the important thing. Let's get all of these, because we are going to need as many resources as we can. Ow. Let's get us a Toad so we can heal up quickly. Yeah, without that damage reduction, we are quite vulnerable. Grab some of this. It's not easy targeting in amongst all of that. This should be a bit easier. There we go. Now, of course, at the moment we're using the S of Johan to pull stuff in. We're going to have to do a lot more legwork with our final build, but I think naturally it'll feel a bit smoother than the way we're working at the moment. I think sometimes the locusts don't go quite where you want them to. It could also be that they don't spread quite how I've been thinking. But we'll we'll see how things go as time moves on. I can always just apply it more frequently. That's never going to be a problem. Just means, you know, we're not firebatsing directly. Yeah, death breaths. Most things are dying very easily though. And when Firebats is doing more damage, that'll just be even more apparent. Cool reflection, nice bit of extra experience there. Let's move on to the next area. Get that mace. Ooh, geez. Don't want to get knocked around too much or we'll end up in a pool of pain. And I don't just mean like we'll end up in a world of hurt. I mean like there's actual pools of pain that we could end up in, which wouldn't be cool. Okay, that's not terrible. No! No! Better. So yeah, totally possible to run at this level, just needs a bit more concentration. And ultimately it's down to, you know, where are we taking the most damage and what from? Burn them all before they wake up. That's what I say. Especially this chap. This chap definitely needs more burning. Oh, we triggered a death. That was dangerous. In that case, damage reduction out. Kill everything at range to secure the area. And let's just go back to town before anything else touches us. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Torment 9, a little bit dangerous. It's only one death that we triggered. Only one. It's just like a little death. Tiny bit of death. Not even really worth mentioning. I'll put life per hit on, because that'll help keep the death at bay. Selenium can go, Sever can go. In fact, all of that can get salvaged up. And Kadala, let's have a talk about helmets.
I cannot afford that.
Yeah, no, that could just get straight salvaged. So in terms of actual death spreads, we've got 31. So we could potentially do some upgrades. Now this is the difficulty. Until we find another bit of the Arachyr set, we can't really take out Unity from the cube. But that shouldn't stop us trying to get our Templar to stay alive. So we will try doing a Templar relic. And I'm sure I'm going to regret this when it doesn't go according to plan. But we need to do it. Right, so upgrade rare item. Disappoint me, come on cube. No, that's just going to get salvaged. it's not even worth entertaining. It's just pure disappointment. So to take away the disappointment, let's run a Greater Rift. And seeing as we're fine on Torment 9, let's do a Torment 9 one. Now, rather than the Templar, we could be using the Enchantress, which would mean we'd get chickens and pigs everywhere, which would be hilarious. But I want the healing from the Templar, really. There we go. Just got to watch out for those elemental attacks. And got to remember to actually put the damage reduction on. Ooh, power pylon. Okay, hit it. Damage reduction. Extra damage on them. That worked well enough. I didn't actually hit the one that I wanted with the locusts, but it's good enough. Let's not get breathed on by this chap. He says, immediately getting breathed on by his friend. Definitely need to be getting my old hexing shaman buddy out more. I do like that when we've got Spirit Walk, we can basically break the snares that those cause. It is very nice being able to get away. That counts as face tanking. Totally counts. Nope. Definitely don't want to be right in the middle of that. That is just asking for trouble. That, on the other hand, we can make that work. Yeah! Cool, and there is a speed pylon just up there. Ah, damn it, didn't quite get the timing right for my soul harvest stacks. So, damage reduction. Oh, jeez. And this is why it's important to do things in the right order. I should have got my stacks first, but if I hadn't put the damage reduction down before summoning them, I would have definitely triggered a death then. Definite brown trouser moment. Running out. Just temporarily, of course. Not actually scared of these guys, but definitely scared of their explosions. Ooh, shield pylon. I'll have you. Very glad for that shield pylon. still got like half of it left, so let's keep on that while the keeping's good. I am still putting down the Tide of Hugeness for the extra damage. Still got a quarter of the shield pylon left. It's going to run out just before we hit the Rift Guardian, but that's okay. Okay, 99%. Pretty much the next thing we tickle is going to summon the Rift Guardian. You! Right, just reset our Soul Harvest stacks. We're definitely getting damage reduction out for these guys. It was getting a little bit painful just on the constant damage. Another consumable. We're getting so many consumables. I very much love it. Alright, let's do our gems first. One. One. That's good. 5 for 5. Geez, and we already used one on this. Or did it... it might come with a socket. No, we definitely used one on this. So another Justice Lantern. It's a 16% one. But it's an intelligence-based one. So, better for us to keep the old one. Although I do like the Oculus. In fact, no, we'll keep the Oculus. We'll not use the Justice Lantern on him. I think the extra damage bonus that this gives us is going to be better in the long run. Another Jade Harvester's shoulders. It's worse than our current one, but we don't have a spare, so let's keep that as a spare. And we'll just salvage up Krelms. But let's hand this in. Kadala, let's talk about helmets.
I cannot afford that.
Nil point. So, Krelm's gone, Justice Lantern gone, and Dariel's Visage gone. And at that point goes into Intelligence. Alright, well, we've got another keystone, so let's go once again for Torment 9. I'm happy running at this level at the moment. I don't really want to kind of overdo it. They are actually hurting quite a lot because of that damn poison they were putting on the ground. Needless to say, I do not like... Oh my god, so many range things. This is going to be really dangerous, this Rift. Okay, so we're gonna play a bit more defensively. He says, immediately charging straight in fact, straight into combat with those guys is not a problem. Alright, Soul Harvest stacks have run out. That's going to be a pain. Let's keep damage reduction up then while we work to get them back. That'll do to start. Up to 5. But so many ranged little crappy attacks and also so much poison. All the elemental damage. Nope, no, we are backing out of this. At least for a moment. So we're going to lose 30 seconds, but I would rather lose 30 seconds and then try and make it up a bit later than just push on and end up getting ourselves killed. This is just at the level of what we can survive if I'm paying attention. And I'm generally paying attention, but at the same time, the management of the damage reduction and dodging everything and still being able to kill stuff in a timely manner, it's not a brilliant combination that we've got in this rift. Okay, I think that's probably safe enough for us to start pushing back on. Damn it, missed with the Soul Harvest stacks. That is not a good start. Okay, better. We are still behind, of course. But we're going to make this work. How are we going to make this work? Brute force and stubbornness. And maybe even a little bit of ignorance. I don't know. Right, that's our stacks back up. Now we just need to keep our speed up. And our damage reduction where possible. There we go. Back at time. We're fine. Now we're ahead of time, and I don't know how that worked because I pressed everything in the wrong order. It was all terrible, and I'm quite embarrassed by it. I don't know how I got through it. Alright, maybe if we can move on to the next section is going to be a little bit better for us. One of the difficulties is as I'm trying to like click away from stuff so that I can move around, I'm ending up clicking on the various elements in the background which are not helping. I know you can rebind keys specifically for move so that you don't have that problem, but I dislike having to change the way that my setup is working for something that I should be able to manage. So whenever I'm randomly haunting stuff, Generally, that's unintentional. That is just purely accidental. Yeah, decided that being in the middle of all that was not a brilliant plan. This, however, seems to be working well. At least well enough. This is actually quite challenging in terms of mob health to damage to my health. Like it's manageable, but it is not easy. Yeah, not getting right in the middle of that. Give me the orbs. The orbs are what I care about. And of course, killing Fallen. I've been killing Fallen for like 20 years now, working through all the different Diablos. They have they've gone through many iterations, but they've always had that same charm of little lowly demons that you just enjoy murdering, putting in their place, sending back to the burning hells. Okay. Haunt. Locust. Ow. Damage reduction, definitely. Okay, so just need to be a bit more sensible about the engagements. Don't start right next to them. Otherwise, that went alright. That's new. Okay, so over here, Teguk. Fail. Success. Success. Come on, one more. 35 all across the board. Another Saturnize. Schaefer's Hammer? Or Odin's Son, I forget which. And Roland's Bearing, because it's incredibly useful to us. Alright, Kadala. Let's get some helmets. Another Helltooth. Jeez. Right. Not what we wanted. I'll take it, but I'm going to be unhappy about it. Yeah, it's Schaefer's Hammer. We're going to salvage up all of the rest, but that is going to be it for this episode. I'm afraid I am out of time once again. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. I'm continuing to have a lot of fun. Of course, it's a bit frustrating that we're still not finding more of the kit that we want, but we're doing everything we can in our power, and we're running at Torment 9 now at least. So we've got that going for us. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.